first step would be for everybody to care about other people and not about themselves only.
People should respect each other, not dependent with the color, the gender.
We must avoid all this confrontation, you know.
The fact that we're all humans is what unites us. So,
but I think you start to think of yourself more as a person from the planet.
The task of the media is to help society find a common language and communicate.
I think friendship and being nice to each other can unite everyone.
I want to live in a society where the people are very conscious, so they make conscious decisions.
Work for the sake of society, for the sake of love, for the sake of connection.
I see that all people want two things: love and respect.
Society is a compassionate society, a society that understands that your needs are validated.
What unites us is being in relationship with each other.
It's about humanizing the human society.
Everybody has to be informed in a proper way.
Let's support each other. Let's help each other, no matter what another person may have.
In the creative society, human life will be of highest value, and the best human qualities will prevail.
Greetings, dear viewers, and welcome to live conversation on Allatra TV. Today, we are going to talk about self-development, peace, harmony, and creative society. For those who are joining us for the first time, I would like to remind that Allatra International Public Movement has launched a unique global project, which is called Creative Society. Within this project, we ask people all over the world how they envision creative and constructive society, such a society where everyone lives in happiness, prosperity, where everyone feels safe, where human being is a fundamental unit of society. My name is Alla, and my co-host for today is Jessica. She's going to introduce our guests and tell you more about our project.
Hello everyone, and the goal of this project is to build a creative society by peaceful means. You can find full information on this project on our official website of Allatraunites.com. At the moment, by conducting such interviews with people from all over the world, we are implementing the first stage of building such a society, the informational stage. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce our lovely guest for today, KJ Richards, who is a personal development coach and creator of She, which stands for Seeing.Herself.Evolving. Welcome to our program, KJ, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Could you please tell us a little bit more about yourself and share with us your story and how that inspired you towards helping people?
Sure. Thank you, first of all, for having me here. It's such an honor to be present. Again, my name is KJ, and I am a personal development coach. I am in the United States. And a little bit more about me, just kind of my journey. It was a lot of personal situations that kind of led me down this path. One of the biggest things that I felt was important was to make sure that anyone, specifically females who have endured certain situations, such as myself, with divorce, with dealing with, very toxic relationships, that they never felt alone in a situation, which is why I developed my online community. It's a membership community for women who are looking to evolve and to grow as individuals. So just to create that sense of oneness and sisterhood, and to let you know that you do have a community there to build you up and uplift you, is my main mission. So that's a little bit about me.
Thank you so much, KJ. Yes, and you can see this inspiration inside of you for helping others, for helping women. And we prepared a little surprise for you. And can I please ask our technical support to put collage? And so could you please comment on those pictures and share with us who you are, what you're doing? Just leave our comments on this, please.
What a pleasant surprise. Okay. So with these photos, the very first photo that you see at the top with the rose-colored dress, That was a photo shoot that I did with one of my dear friends. She actually started on this journey with me. We had both gone through very similar situations of dealing with very toxic relationships, and we decided we wanted to get together to conduct a photo shoot. So we did a joint photo shoot together, and that was one of the probably purest and happiest smiles that you'll see there coming from me. The one in the middle and also the one in the upper right-hand corner, I actually am a published author. And one of the things that I did was a 10-day affirmation journal just to help shift your mindset towards more positive mindset, gratitude, and appreciation for the things that we do have so that we can start to embrace and accept more, greater within our lives. That is what I'm holding there. And that was actually at the Flourish Her media summit that I did. So I was a panelist there for that event. And the last photo with one of my dear friends, she's actually an author as well, a spoken word artist. She was doing her very first audio and book signing, and she asked me to host. So that is the last picture that you see there.
Oh, thank you so much. Such lovely memories you shared with us. And thank you for actually, we didn't know you're a published author as well. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Incredible, KJ. Thank you so much. And I'd love to ask you a bit about the Creative Society. So how do you see the Creative Society where you, your family and friends and everyone who will live in there in happiness and will feel safe? How do you see that being?
Oh, well, goodness, that would be something I think that would be a huge stepping stone, especially with me being from the United States, with me being an African-American woman, and just knowing the things that my family has endured, the things that I personally encountered, you know, just being here, having to witness certain things happening on a global scale, seeing things happen directly on the forefront, you know, from that perspective, is something that I feel would be a huge, huge step in the right direction. Just to be able to have human safety for everyone, to be able to accept everyone as they are, and to understand that all lives are valued, all lives are appreciated. I think, just like I said, for me personally, it would be a huge, huge step in the right direction.
Thank you so much. Yes, this because this vision of creative society is very important. We're all living in this society. We're all right now using the system. So yes, we all have to care about not just ourselves, but our communities, countries, and everyone else. Thank you so much for your vision. It's sounds wonderful. As well, we know that, KJ, you are speaking with people about toxic relationship and about to bring in peace to other people in their lives, and stop self-doubting, isn't it? Because they have so much self-doubts, and you're just trying to help women to evolve. And could you please answer this question? What brings you peace? So, and how to achieve peace and harmony in society? What do you think?
Yes, that is a very good question. I actually got asked this question yesterday, believe it or not. For me, I just celebrated a birthday yesterday. And I was thinking back on the past 3 years, and I know for a lot of people, 2020 has been a very tumultuous year. But my perspective is that 2020 has been what you've decided to make it. With all the things that are going on throughout 2020, I know for me, like I said, the past 2 years have been a bit of a roller coaster ride personally. And just being able to sit in a space and to feel love, to feel value, to feel appreciation, to have those, even if they're not able to physically be there, to have those people surrounding you and to show you that you matter, to show appreciation for you as a person, was something that was just so fulfilling for me. And to know that I was able to be in a space and to be able to cultivate such a good community around me, not just for that day, but in general, to have people who support you and who uplift you. It was something that really brought peace to me. I had a friend who called me all the way from Japan, and, you know, we were able to have conversations, not just about my birthday, but just to understand, you know, the space that she's in right now, because we're, like I said, we're all going through a global pandemic. So things may look a little different for her with where she is in the world. So just knowing that we're able to be that far apart, but still connect in some kind of way was just something that really brought peace of mind to me, knowing that she's okay despite all that's going on. And, you know, like I said, it's just really what we make this year, any year for that matter. But if you're able to really focus on not just yourself, but making sure that you are doing what you can to uplift and support others in any regard, really brings peace to me. So
thank you. It's not just answer, it's also an advice here. So thank you so much. Yeah, have to look for each other and lift up each other. Thank you.
Yes, support is huge. It's absolutely incredible, and it really, really helps to uplift everyone around you. So how do you envision education in a creative society? What needs to be done so that it will be free and accessible for everyone?
Oh, well, first of all, we would need to understand that everyone is deserving of a quality education. I think that is the first step. Once we are able to acknowledge that, we need to ensure that we are able to provide the tools for everyone to be able to receive that quality education. There are certain areas of the world who may not have the information technology available to get the certain things that may be needed for a quality education. So that needs to be made accessible. We also need to make sure that people are educated properly. So it would be great if all colleges and universities were able to provide some sort of free education. Maybe if it's not completely free right off the bat, to allow certain courses so that we're able to educate ourselves more in certain areas, so that we can start providing more tools and resources for those who may not, again, necessarily have that accessibility to really get that quality education, to take that step so that we can start solving the bigger issue. So I always say that once we take small steps and start fixing the small problems, we can start working on the bigger problems. So if we start with something as simple as a free course with certain areas, like I said, again, even if it's information technology or a foreign language or policies, whatever the course may be, to start there, to be able to scale up so that everyone can start receiving the information they need, that receiving the education that they need to improve their quality of life.
Yes, because I totally agree with you. Everybody deserves a good, high-quality education around the whole world. Doesn't matter what countries they are, doesn't matter anything at all. We all have to learn something, and to motivate others as well to go to school and to learn it, and to make it free for everybody. It's a big goal for society as well. Thank you so much, KJ. And also, you mentioned informational technologies. There's my question for you. What goals should informational technologies serve in creative society? What do you think?
Oh, what role should they serve?
What goals should they serve?
Oh, what goals should they serve? My apologies. So we definitely want to make sure that information technology, one, is something that is not only accessible, but secure. I feel that it comes down to maintaining a certain level of security for people, and understanding that right now, you know, information technology is not something that's accessible to everyone. So in providing that security, that level of security, we can also start to provide more accessibility for it. Once we are able to do that, I think that that will help bring us all together. We'll be more unified. Even if you think about right now with information technology, when it comes to finances, when we have certain apps and things that kind of allow us to make smoother transactions, that's a step in the right direction with really bringing everyone together in that regard. But I think the biggest thing is really that that security level, making sure that that is something that's really brought to the forefront to ensure we are all secure, safe, bring it expand it, bring us all closer together, so that we're more interconnected on a global scale.
Thank you.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more with that. Thank you so much for that in-depth answer, KJ. And lots of values as well. What values do you think should be seen in a creative society, and what do you think unites all of us?
Oh, goodness. So the first thing, going back to me being an African-American woman in the United States, I feel personally that compassion is one of the biggest things that is necessary for us to really step into that creative society, that global unification. And when we have more compassion for each other as just human beings in general, just understanding that each person's life is important and is valued and it matters, I think is one of the biggest things. So having compassion for each other, understanding that everyone may not have come from the same background, and embracing that individuality, because that all makes us unique. I think that is another thing that is super, super important for us when it comes down to really understanding each other. That compassion will really help to play a role in us really being able to sit down and have some tough conversations, so that we can also encompass a level of empathy for each other. We all don't come from the same background. We all haven't walked the same path, but at the end of the day, we're all human. So we all have a creative, collective story that unifies us and brings us together, because we all share that oneness as a human being.
Thank you so much. Yes, KJ, we're one human family. Compassion, love, kindness, humanity, morality, this all values is uniting all of us. And all you things you shared with us so far is resonates with our project, Creative Society. This project for every single human being who living right now, for everybody, because that is what's important. And after conducting the interviews with people all over the world, foundations and stages for building the Creative Society was formed and presented in an article on our official website, Allatraunites.com. So please visit our website if anyone interested in these 8 foundations. Feel close for them and just to read them up and find out for yourself. Do you want to live in Creative Society? Maybe you have some ideas what we can do and how can we bring this society for the next level, for the better world, for the next level of evolution, for better life for everybody that humanity deserves. And we know that as well. KJ, you've been familiar with those 8 foundations of Creative Society and stages as well. Could you please tell us what do you think about them and how can we implement them in our society?
What was the first part of your question? I'm sorry. How do I feel what?
We know you're familiar with them, with these 8 foundations and 3 stages.
Yes.
Of Creative Society. So could you please tell us, just in general, what do you think about them and how can we implement them?
I think that every single component, all 8, are very, very important and all interconnected. I feel as far as implementation is definitely going to take people having an open mindset and being willing to start to accept that positive change with each and every component, not just looking at us on an individual scale to bring us together as one, as a society, but also when it comes to transparency and openness. Like I said before, being able to have those very tough conversations to start creating a level of empathy for each other, to understand that we don't always have to be so closed off from different customs, different ideologies, different beliefs that people have. We have to understand that we all have the opportunity to learn from each other. Also, when it comes down to, like I said, information technology before, just understanding that we all have information that's available to us, reliable information. We should all be able to access that information and learn from it, to learn from each other. With our creativity, we should be able to accept it from each other, embrace it, and just really allow all of that creativity to be used for us to uplift each other and to really create that society that it is that we hope to see, that we aspire to see.
Thank you so much. Yes, and I totally agree with you as well. And let's remind for our viewers how those 8 foundations look like. Can we please watch some little short video about 8 foundations? So our technical support, can you please put video about 8 foundations? Thank you very much.
Thank you. And KJ, could you please share with us your opinion on what every one of us can do in everyday life to make the creative society happen?
Oh, another very good question. Amazing questions in today's interview, something that each and every one of us can do. We can start, like I said before, with the small things to make them bigger things. I feel that we can start as small as just simply saying hello to each other. I feel like that's something that a lot of us don't do. We get so closed off into our own space that we tend to not necessarily acknowledge all the other people who are around us. It can start as small as a simple hello, simple smile. I'm a Southern girl, so Southern hospitality is a thing, but I think it can be something that can be widespread. Another thing is just really, again, understanding that each of us are human beings. We all have a purpose on this earth. And once we understand that each person is unique yet special, we start to open up a little bit more to understand more about who each and every person that we come in contact with is, and learn more about their purpose, help to cultivate what their purpose is. I think that's another step in the right direction. The way that we're all able to connect today, you know, we've never met physically. However, we've been able to connect with each other to have this conversation. I think that that is something that's very, very important. Being open and willing to learn more from each other and about each other is overall one of the biggest things for me to step into that right direction. And again, being open and accepting of change. A lot of people are not open to that. They are very confined to their thoughts and their beliefs and not willing to kind of step outside of that. So again, having those very difficult conversations, understanding each other, having empathy and compassion, I think will kind of help to break down those barriers and those ways of thinking so that we can all become more unified and being more accepting of each other.
Nothing separates us, isn't it? The biggest illusion of this world is the illusion of separation. You're absolutely right. We should all in unity be in one human family and respect each other and just do everything we possibly can to make the society the enjoyable to live in, you know. Yes. And thank you so much for all your answers, KJ. And we have a tradition on our channel when we ask our guests to nominate someone for our next live broadcast. And could you please nominate somebody and say us as well why you're choosing this person?
I will definitely nominate someone. So you actually have her in one of the photos that you presented in the collage. Her name is Havian. Again, she's a poet, and she's also very active in the social and political climate of things here. She's very aware of what's going on and very compassionate about equality and just human equal rights in general. So I think she would be a wonderful candidate for another segment.
She sounds fantastic. Thank you very much. We're looking forward to have her on our program. And I'd like to say personally thanks for Jessica, not just helping us today for co-hosting this program, but also for introducing such a lovely lady as a KJ for us as well. So thank you so much, both of you. You're amazing.
Thank you. And thank you so much, KJ, for such an incredible conversation with you. You've really brought so much insight to this. And yes, I know that it's going to really help transform the Creative Society and push it forward even more. So thank you for today's conversation. Thank you to all the viewers for showing up. To join the creative projects of the Allatra International Public Movement, please visit our website, Allatraunites.com, where you will see the red button and you can click join. All you need to do is fill out a very short and easy form, and the volunteers of Allatra IPM will contact you.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Yes, and thank you so much, KJ, for everything today. But before we let you go, we have a couple more questions for you. The one of them is, what would you like to wish for humanity? Maybe some advice or message you would like to pass right now for our viewers and for everybody.
My one wish for humanity, I think, would really be for us to just love. I know that there is a lot of frustration with people right now, not really being able to maneuver as they'd like to throughout their day with the global pandemic going on right now. And a lot of times we allow us really kind of having to sit in our thoughts, sit in our feelings to hinder us from personal growth. And that can sometimes lead to a lot of frustration, a lot of unnecessary, I feel, conflict, not just internally, but also with others. And I think that if we really take time to reflect and to think about what 2020 is trying to teach us, we will have a better understanding of ourselves and really be able to love, not just love each other as individuals, but I feel like the biggest component of that is loving yourself. Because once you're able to love yourself and you understand more about yourself, I think that makes you more loving and accepting of others. So that would be my main wish.
Thank you so much. Such a beautiful, beautiful message. Love is united all of us. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
I couldn't agree more with you, KJ. And one final question. Would you like to live in the Creative Society? If yes, could you please tell us, I support the Creative Society?
I support the Creative Society.
Thank you so much. It was such inspiring conversation. You shared with us so many today, good things, and as I said already, advices as well for young ladies maybe who are watching us right now as well, to understand. So you have to self-love yourself and you're not alone. And self-development is very important. If we can together in joint effort to create the beautiful world that humanity deserves, we can do it all together, united by one goal. Thank you so much, KJ, and we wish you all the best with your work and all the light in your path as well. Please stay connected with us, and maybe you would like to participate as a co-host next time for other programs with your lovely nomination and other guests. Thank you so much, yes, for that as well. And thank you for such inspiring conversation today. And we stay connected with you, and just have cooperation and next time, so together we can do a lot as humanity deserves. We can build a world we can actually be proud of and leave for next future generations to live in and be happy about what we've done for them. Thank you so much.
Thank you again so much for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Jessica, as well for you and for our technical support for helping us with today. This beautiful live conversation, and thank you very much, everybody. So I'd like to say bye for now, but we stay connected with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Every day, we share a great amount of information. This information forms our reality. Is this the way we wish to live? We need change. The change starts with us, with the information we share. Consumerist society leads us to death. We need a new vector of life, a creative society. It is up to you and me to build a creative society worldwide, where human life is the main value. Development of humanity is the main aim. Human safety is the main priority. Is it possible to build a creative society now? Yes. All we need to do is unite in one common idea, a creative society. People around the world are already acting to share the idea of creative society with the whole world to make it a reality. Learn how on the unique international online conference, Creative Society. United we can. December 20th, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, live on Allatra TV. You are the one who can change the future.